is talking about.
What's up, family? Surprise, surprise, surprise. Not. Investigative journalists have discovered hundreds of law enforcement officers around the country who are actively involved in members-only Facebook groups that are centered around hate and racism. Reveal, a news website run by the nonprofit Center for Investigative Journalism, recently completed a month-long investigation into police officers' involvement with extremism on Facebook. The social media giant allows its users to create closed groups that share pictures, posts, and information among members who must gain permission from other members or administrators to see and post content within the group. Before the Cambridge Analytica scandal revealed that Facebook allowed people to download users' data, forcing the platform to change its policy, Reveal's reporters quietly downloaded membership data from two categories of closed Facebook groups. One, extremist groups like White Lives Matter, Ban the NAACP, and Death to Islam Undercover. Two, private groups that only allow police officers, sheriff's deputies, and or corrections officers to join. Now this is where the journalists could justify a pay raise. The journalists then wrote software that cross-referenced the two separate lists to see if any of the cops on their list belonged to the cyber hate groups. They expected to get a few hits. They got over 14,000. Not surprising, especially in America. Some of the extreme examples they found were Jeffrey Crosby, a guard at one of America's toughest prisons, the Angola prison in Louisiana. Crosby allegedly belonged to 56 extremist groups. Then there was James J.T. Thomas, a detective at the Harris County Sheriff's Office in Houston, my hometown, who posted a meme of a black woman shortly after Hurricane Harvey hit the city. His post said, a reporter asked the black woman how many churches had their doors open during the storm. She didn't know. She eats at Popeyes. Thomas was reportedly fired after Reveal notified Harris County officials. But during his appeal, he asked, if you remove the black woman's picture, what's racist about it? Then there was Will Weisenberger, a sheriff's deputy in Madison County, Mississippi, who belongs to White Lives Matter and was also involved in a lawsuit that accused him of systematic racism in his policing. He is also accused of punching an already handcuffed black man in the face and told investigators that he may have used the N-word. If that's not enough hate and racism in law enforcement for you, bring on Lieutenant Richard Moravec. He belonged to an Islamophobic group. As a Chicago police officer, Moravec has been the subject of 70 allegations, including criminal misconduct and excessive force. Excessive force that I can guarantee you somehow ended up with citizens being arrested for assaulting the police officer. Because that's how they do it. While they're beating your ass and they're falling down, and if they get a little scratch or anything, even on their knee, when they put their knee on your back, and if their knee start hurting, they file an assault charge against you. So they will cuss people out. They will beat you, shoot you, and somehow you end up with a charge. Oftentimes, they initiate confrontation. They initiate. The crime starts with them. They go around picking on people. They go around picking on people, trying to instigate, trying to kick up dust, trying to get it started. I guarantee you most of the cases that they got out there are cases where the police crunk it up. where they started. It ain't what y'all think. Some of y'all, well, I guess most of y'all know the truth. But some of y'all out there, you're either in denial or you're just plain old stupid to believe everything you hear that's coming from law enforcement. Law enforcement in America is totally corrupt across every single border, every single line, man. Every place you go, it don't matter how small, how big the town is, the whole thing is totally corrupt. It's corrupt. It's bad, man, and that's sad. Because they giving people guns and badges, and these people going out here, man, and targeting people that they don't like. And they murdering people in some cases. It's nothing. Think about it, man. When you think of people like it's nothing, and you think of these people as the enemy, and you go in there and you do something to people, man, you don't care how you do them. You don't care nothing about no respect, no dignity. You don't care about that type of stuff. Just going out targeting people. It needs to be dismantled. The whole thing is totally corrupt. I'm sure that there are people out there that's going to say, well, no, not all cops, no, not all this and that. How can you be a good cop and allow the things that you know is going on to just happen? I mean, you know, it's an old saying, silence is consent. That means that if you don't do anything when you see stuff going down and it's wrong, if you don't do anything about it, you're just as guilty. So I'm sure a lot of these cops that were found out to be on these forums and stuff, to be in these racist groups, most of them will receive a slap on the wrist. And, you know, they'll get a little desk duty or something like that, but that's about it. Nothing will happen to them. They might move them around to the next county. You know, that's another problem, allowing them to resign. That shouldn't be, they shouldn't have an option to resign. They should be fired. Anytime there's a pending investigation, they should not be allowed to resign. Once your name come up, you get involved in some type of criminal mischief, misconduct, you kill somebody, whatever it is, man, once your name come up, you should not be allowed to resign. Not until your case is resolved. Then you can do what you want to. One thing bothering me about this, a lot of this stuff I'm not surprised at all. The only thing that surprises me is that they only discovered 14,000 of them. Because you and I know there's a whole lot more. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?